Hi everyone. So today's reading is all about your career, finances, and Ikigai. For you to get your message for these three subjects, you can pick any one of these piles. The first one is a 200 rupiah Indonesian currency. The second one is a 2 euro. The third one is a 500 Bolivares. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's from Venezuela. So you can pick any one out of these three piles and find the timestamps for the reading in the description box below. And I'm super excited to deliver your message to you. See you on the other side. Bye. Hi, pile number one. If you chose this 200 rupiah coin from Indonesia, this is your reading. So let's see what message are we getting from the object firstly. So I see that the coin is from 2016, and it's a 200 rupiah coin. And for some reason, the number 2 really calls out to me. So for you, maybe 2 can mean that you are stuck between two choices, is what I am hearing. And then when it comes to being stuck between two choices, I'm also seeing like an eagle here on the back. I don't know if you can see it, but like there's an eagle in the corner beside the face. And an eagle usually is a bird that I resonate with when it comes to like a very fierce higher self energy. So I feel like maybe you're stuck between two choices, two worlds, two career options, or a choice of whether to keep on doing this or not. So, like a this and that, like a very dual energy and a very confused state of being. But, and like the coin also has like two sides. Reality functions on the basis of duality, like hot and cold. So yeah, for you the energies when it comes to your career seem very conflicted and in a state of confusion is what I'm feeling. And also what I'm feeling is in like a very deep state of thought at points of time, to an extent where you just don't take any decision or action and you continue to stay in that state of being. um, well, that is all right, I guess. But what I'm seeing right now is a calendar in front of me, which reads, create what is worth creating. So I feel like, considering you're stuck in a dual space or a dual mindset or a dual energy, if you focus on something in relations to creation and as to what is worth creating, maybe that is a cue for you to get out of that state of being, of uh, staying conflicted. And maybe that cue can also help you in coming to a resolution around whether I should keep doing this particular job, or like in whatever career field that you're in right now, or not. So are you creating something that is worth creating with where you're at in your job right now, or not? If not, maybe you can pick up something else. And right in front of me, there's an eagle, which is going round and round in circles like that. And it's flying so fearlessly and fiercely. And now it just like, it was going in circles at first when it caught my attention, and now it just like flew in one direction. Um, like, and it like took a left turn. So I definitely feel like when it comes to your energies of creating something that is worth creating is a great cue for you to answer that confusion and that conflicted state of being or headspace. And creation is not only about being a creative person. The thing is that everybody on this planet is creative, because all of us are creating something or the other every single moment. So it's not about doing something that is creative, but just doing something that where you make something or do something in action or create something every single moment that is worth it, that feels worth it. So this is the message that I'm getting for you from this object. I know it's a lot, but I am also like a channel, so sometimes things just come to me without even looking at the cards, you know. And this eagle is constantly like, this eagle has come back around, and it's like close to the shed of my balcony right now. It's super super cool. On my Instagram channel, I recently put out a video about animal messengers. It's just, this one seems like an animal messenger. It's so fearless. Um, just the presence. So this is for your career. And let me get cards out for your finances as well. These two cards, the Page of Swords in reverse and the World card, are for your career. I see the, okay. Oh, it came out only. I saw this before, but it went back. Sometimes I'm not sure of cards. Wow, such an amazing energy when it comes to finances. I'm a loving it. Loving it. Um, Now let's get to your Ikigai. Hmm. Hmm. I don't like that card for your Ikigai. But we'll see. Why is it here the way that it is? I don't like this card for your Ikigai. Definitely not. But yeah, this one looks good. This one looks good. So we have the Page of Swords in reverse and the World card. Um for your career, the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles for your finances, which are a little shaky right now, I guess, with the table shaking. Um, when it comes to your Ikigai, there's Three of Swords and there's Ace of Wands, and the bottom deck energy is the Moon. So I am going to actually shift this to this side. Maybe you need to make some adjustments in your life to make space for your aspirations, for your goals and aspirations when it comes to your career, so that you can gain more clarity. Yeah, see, so much better when you make space for things. Much needed. I'm going to ask for some clarifiers for your Ikigai specifically. Let's see, for your Ikigai, need some clarifiers. Okay, the Knight of Wands, a clarifier. One more clarifier, please. Okay. Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, I feel like taking another one out. Oh no, I guess this is the one. It's just that maybe it's just, no, I guess I'm gonna take another one. See the kind of confusion that I'm going through. Maybe you're in a similar state. Um, Usually whatever happens during the readings when it comes to my own energies is a reflection of the person's energy that I'm reading the cards for. It's very weird. Okay, so the Knight of Swords, so both the knights are here. That's a really great sign. And you see the eagle here. See, the eagle is right here. uh amaze, 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 amaze. A maze reminds me of a labyrinth. A maze is like a space that you're stuck in. Okay, so let me tell you something about the labyrinth, is the message that I'm getting. When it comes to the labyrinth, when you start at the beginning of the circle with a question, and when you keep walking down the labyrinth, around the labyrinth, trying to find your way through the maze or through the labyrinth to the center point where you need to get to, on the way, they say that you should keep on thinking about your question. And when you reach the middle point, you're going to have your answer to that one question. So I feel like whatever is it that you are not having clarity about when it comes to your career, finances, or ikigai, I feel like stay with the question. Like, stay with the question until you find the answer. Instead of staying in that seeking energy for the answer, just like stay with the question and like keep questioning and like keep going down that road of asking one question from one question, another question to another question, and like going down that spiral of only questioning things. Questions are a great way for a confused mind to gain clarity. So yeah, you can do that. You can journal that probably. The bottom deck of the energy of the clarifier is the Hierophant, which is a great card again. So now let's see, when it comes to your career, finances, and ikigai, what is the general guidance? Getting 8 of Earth, and I'm getting ego, 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 and 8 of Earth. 8 of Earth, the number eight here with the Magician, and the number 8 here. Significant, very significant. Probably something in relations to the infinity, the infinite energy, the infinity. Number 8, number 8, number 7 for the blind spot. These are two things that you're probably not seeing right now, which are actually going to help you with your finances, career, and ikigai. So, okay, I see 7 here, but I'm not going to take this blind spot. But 7 is also a very important number for you. The 7, 8, and 2. 2 important numbers. So 2 to 2, 7, 7, 7, 8 at 8. If you see it at any point of time, they are great numbers for your guidance from your higher self. 8, 8, 8, or 8 being a number of abundance. 7, 7, 7, or 7 being a number which is a number of the creation, also sometimes finances, also sometimes actually no, 7 is not for finances, but 7 is more like a master number. 7 is a number of actually creation only, because there is 7 planets, 7 continents. So it's like the 7 is a number of creation. So maybe 7 there, 7 chakras, very specific message for somebody out there. And 8 is a number for abundance, and 2 is the number of relationships. So maybe relationships also have a very important role when it comes to your career, finances, and ikigai being in place. The kind of relationships that you have, your family, friends, maybe that also plays a very important role when it comes to where you're at in your career, finances, and ikigai. So let's get on with the message. The first message when it comes to your career is Page of Swords in reverse and the World. What I see from these two cards, especially with the currency being right here at the World, it feels like that there's a lot that you want to do when it comes to the space of your career. There's a lot of completion, wholesomeness, a lot of resources that you want to have and provide to the world. um, and 200% you want to get there. um, Definitely you want to get there, and you have been thinking about something when it comes to your career in the last 5 years, 4 5 years, since 2016, 2017. Things have been on your mind, but you have not been able to get into that space or that energy of the Page, which is like a young person with a lot of mental clarity. Maybe you haven't been able to take action towards your mind either, whatever is there in your mind when it comes to this aspiration or goal. So when it comes to your career, you're really being guided to um, focus on that one skill that you really truly have, um, that is that sets you apart from other people. That can be your motivation to really realize how you are not giving the world what it needs by taking away from it one unique skill set that you have that sets you apart from other people. So you not taking action on this skill set are making the world miss out on something that it can have that only you can offer. Maybe that is a sense motivation that you need from a sense perception to take action towards your career. I am again and again saying action. So maybe because of this confusion and being in this state of illusion with the moon card that I'm seeing over here and sense helplessness, I feel like you are not taking action. But your clarifier cards say that you are a visionary. You are somebody who sees the light, like at the end of the staircase. You see it's like a peak, like you see the light, and you know that light makes you very happy, but you're not climbing the ladder. You're just sitting here laughing at it and just like being like a bobblehead about it. You're just being like a, just like, I don't know. You just I truly don't know what you're trying to what you're trying to be here. And maybe you don't understand who are you really. So that question of who are you, what are you trying to be, what are you trying to do, but just by just sitting here and not actually moving towards the light and taking action, um, I don't understand, and maybe neither do you. Why are you doing this? So maybe like just live this question and trying to find the answer, that is to try to receive the answer as to why you're being this way when you don't need it, when the world doesn't need this energy. The world needs this energy, this aspirational energy, inspirational energy, service related energy. What you're going to provide to the world, not this stupidity. Just don't need it. When it comes to your finances, I definitely feel like you're a person who is blessed with a lot of abundance, not only financially, but abundance in life in general. Having a great partner, having a, kids, having pets, having great old age life, you keeping your parents healthy and happy. I see a lot of abundance for you, and it's so beautiful. I i feel i feel that when it comes to this magician and the career card, the thing is that you have all the resources to execute all of this, in the sense that the table was shaking, right? So like, you you think that if you use all of these resources and try to gather these resources that you have, the thing is that you feel like the world is going to shake for 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 the worst of it all. Your world might um, collapse, but that's not true. If you actually truly try to use your resources and manifest what you truly desire, whatever it is, that dream that you have to do something, it's just that it's just going to be like a temporary shake, and things are going to come to standstill again. It's not gonna be a problem at all. um, because you do have all the resources, right? You do have the world here with all the four resources. You have all the four resources. You have your mind, your um, money, your emotions, your spiritual aspects of life, wisdom, everything in place. You just need to like take the first step to like believe in that, and truly you will be able to manifest that abundance in your life. You truly will. With the infinity card and as above so below, it just seems like your higher self. And even with the eagle appearing, you seem like a very very wise, a very very wise, advanced soul, old soul sort of a person who just knows. Maybe you just need to take like the first step towards creating or believing that you can create something worth creating, that you will start living that. You will start living your soul, your spirit. Right now you're not in alignment with it, uh, but you truly very clearly deserve this. um, I see again a very dual energy here with your ikigai. So first let me tell you what your ikigai is. Your ikigai is something that you are passionate about. It's your mission. It can be your profession or vocation as well. So it's something that you love to do. It's something that you're good at when it comes to doing it. It can also be something that you're paid for, and it is something that the world needs as well. Now, while reading this, my head went into a very, very wrong direction. Wrong direction, uh, as in a very dirty direction, nasty direction, um, which might be your thoughts as well. When it comes to the sexual energies, maybe your mind is very active that side, which makes me feel like you are using your sexual energy to from a space where you're not utilizing it to create something that is going to benefit not only you but the world, but you're using your sexual energy in a way where it is not being used, as a kinetic energy, as a potential energy, as a potent energy. Rather it's being wasted. Maybe you're somebody who has like a lot of sexual experiences, is mindlessly into a lot of, yeah, a lot of sexual experiences I'm getting. But but yeah, you really need to focus. I'm losing focus here. So you really need to focus on what is needed and required. Time is of the essence is what I'm hearing in my head. So time is slipping through the fingers as we talk. So you really need to like, when it comes to your ikigai, find your ikigai. The thing is that you somewhere know your ikigai, but because of the potential pain and hurt, you are suppressing it. Your ikigai is something that makes you very excited, but you are running away from it because of pain and hurt. Maybe pain and hurt, when it comes to pain and hurt that you're going to cause around you, pain or hurt of, if you can't make it happen, that it's going to bring you, and maybe just a lot of stress and worry that it might bring to your life. The thing is that whenever you follow your ikigai, maybe initially, yes, like for me it's the same. Initially, yes, it has been tough, but trust me, when it comes to you truly doing what your heart wants, and when you align yourself with your spirit and what it really wants to do, and you're living the purpose that you came here on the planet to live for, God will guide you. The divine will guide you. The universe will guide you. That unknown source of energy will guide you. You really don't have to worry. And that's exactly what I'm seeing with the Ace of Wands, because this is an opportunity for a spiritual growth for you specifically. So when you move towards your ikigai, you are truly, truly, truly going to grow. And spiritual growth is not only the growth of your soul, but with the growth of your soul, your materialistic life, your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, everything is addressed. It's taken care of. It's unsaid. It just happens. So if you want all these four, and again, 444 is 444 is very symbolic here, which is again a number of foundations. So four aspects of life: your mind, body, soul, spirit. So again, like I feel like all those foundations would be set once you move from just being in this space of the three, which is the mind, body, and emotions only, and take the help of the spirit to align all these three, is when you truly will understand your ikigai. And your ikigai is something that really helps you live like a long and happy life. Maybe happiness is a very crucial aspect in your life that you're not feeling these days, that you really need to like maybe find your ikigai to become truly happy. Maybe you can read the book also, it's a beautiful book. Now, the two last messages for you when it comes to your career and finances is that skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic, and going back to school. So, what I'm also seeing here is that maybe you can start a course, take up a course of something that interests you. Maybe when it comes to your ikigai, you can take up a course, a short course, a part time course. Maybe you don't have to quit your current job if that is something that's on your mind. Maybe you can quit if you want to. If you really want to, you can. But the aspect of going back to school and studying and doing research about what is it that you truly love is really going to be helpful. And you can truly go back to the school also, you can go back to studying something also, which is going to really improve your credentials. And in the future, I see that it's going to lead you to a better place of living a happier life and actually starting something that you want to start. With the ego, there is a false sense of entrapment and being overly focused on material things, negative or fear based thoughts. So, I feel like you really need to be careful of your ego. I see 5 as a number of change and 1 is the number of your soul path. So, I would suggest that with the number 15 here, that for you to go through change and truly change, you really and really be in alignment with your spirit and soul's path, you really need to not focus on the materialistic things only. I saw that eagle again. So you need not focus on materialistic things only, you need not focus on these three aspects of life only, which is the physical body, the emotional body, and the mental body. You need to get above all these three to truly, truly outlive your fear based thoughts, or use your fear to actually drive you to get to school, go back to school, or to probably start researching as to what is it that you really want to do and can do, and how can you take action towards it. And in this sense only, all of this is action. You watching this reading is also in a way an action. So if you do not measure your actions and judge your actions too, I think that will be very, very good for you. So you writing something in your journal is also action. uh, Maybe in the next day discussing about it with somebody is also action. Maybe not joining school as of yet, it's like action which is a little unrealistic. So you really need to just take small steps, actionable steps, realistic steps as your goals, everyday goals, to get to where you want to get to when it comes to your career. Your finance, trust me, it's so secure. Even though you feel like that, if you say for example go back to school, leave your job, quit your job, it'll go haywire, trust me, it will not. You will find a way to make money. You seem like a person who knows how to make money even if you don't have a job. You will find a way. I just know that. Maybe you can invest in somebody else's business to get the money that you need to get as a pocket money. Like I know that in when it comes to my business, I I have made splits in a way where I can cater to somebody else's salary as well. So I know that if that person at some point of time from my team wants to quit their job, they can quit their job because they have a source of income. So maybe maybe that is something that you can aim at too, that maybe you can give your services while you're studying to an organization that is going to pay you cuts or a bare minimum every month from their earnings or their profits. That is somehow you can make money also. And let's see two blind spots that you really need to be mindful of. And I don't think I have to elaborate on these blind spots because I feel like I've given you a lot already, and so much already that I'm feeling that while listening to this, you are going to be overwhelmed. But again, like, you are assigning a meaning to a situation that is not the actual meaning or experience of the situation. So people search for a way of interpreting the implications of every experience in their life. Seeking out a meaning of experiences is an advanced form of consciousness. But we know all too well that there are pitfalls to advancement. The ability to derive meaning is both something that sets our species apart as evolved and rapidly expanding facet of consciousness, as well as causes us to self destruct. So I feel like whatever meaning that you're giving to your aspects of your career, your ikigai, your finances, it's actually leading to self destruction rather than something that really cultivates and grows and reaps fruits and rewards. So you really need to change the meaning and the perspective that you have towards your career, finances, and ikigai. Again, 555, I see again the aspect of change here. uh, and with this blind spot, I see that you are not seeing the signs. Universe is sending you the signs that you really, maybe this reading is a sign that you're not in this situation. You're not, you need to be aware that signs are everywhere, and in these situations you are not looking for them, you are ignoring them or have no awareness about them when they occur. So maybe you have experienced things like 555 appearing on your clock. You've had a deja vu, you have gotten the same message from a number of people, same conversations, maybe a song that randomly plays on the on your shuffle. Maybe you've had the same person saying the same thing to you, or same relationships occurring the happening in the same way in your life that are delivering the same messages to you. Maybe you're not really paying attention to them and you really need to. So when it comes to your career, finances, and ikigai, you are being guided. You have always been guided. It's just that you are not looking at the signs, ignoring them, or are still not aware of them. Or maybe you're aware of them but you're not paying too much heed to them to actually ask, why am I seeing this? What should I do differently? What should I change to truly be in alignment with my spirit, with those signs and synchronicities? How do I fall into synchrony with my spirit? Which you are not doing right now, sadly. Makes me really sad. I'm feeling a lot of sadness and heaviness right now. Um, Almost like I want to cry. Sadness and heaviness. Maybe this is something that really depresses you. So I want to, you can think a question when it comes to your ikigai or your purpose in life, and I am going to answer that question with a yes or a no, which is going to be channeled. And wherever these paper clips fall is the area that I feel like when it comes to your ikigai, you need to work with. So let's see. We'll give you some guidance as to how to get you started on the actionable steps towards your ikigai. So I feel like this one already fell out, right? The first one is what the world needs and profession. I feel like whatever profession that you're involved with right now, you have to ask yourself, is it something that the world really needs? Is it something that if the world really needs, am I the only one that is fulfilling this need? Or there are plenty of people already doing this. So can I step out and do something a little differently and maybe offer the world something different? uh, maybe maybe when it comes to your profession, you can ask yourself, what else is it the world needs that I can make my profession, that I can do sort of full time. Maybe to start with part time, but at least as of now, thinking about it is enough of an action. Again, with the red, I see a lot of fear. I'm sensing fear in you. You're not doing this out of a space of fear, out of the space of what ifs, what next, what if I do this, what if I do that. Things will fall off, things will become uncomfortable, things will become uncertain. All of these are fears. Yes, it will happen, but that's the first step towards change, inconvenience, uncomfortable space. And if you're not comfortable with the uncomfortable, then there will come a point of time when life will make you uncomfortable in some way or the other. So instead of life pushing you into that space of uncomfort, choose uncomfortableness so that you can sort of, by choice, challenge yourself and like be in control of your own growth rather than something else pushing you from the outside. um, it's just being more responsible and accountable of your actions. So you taking accountability and responsibility of your desires, your thoughts, your aspirations, to give, only to give and serve the greater good of giving the world what it needs, uh, is truly what is going to bring in a great change, not only in your profession but in the general purpose that your life serves, in general happiness that you're going to derive from whatever is it that you do in actions. So yeah, I don't know why, like, I'm in a very dazed space right now while doing this first reading. So I don't know, I don't understand what this feeling really is that I'm feeling. This is the first time that I've felt like this while doing a reading. This dazed, uh, this feeling of this feeling of I don't know what to say, I don't know how to feel, I don't know what to do, I don't know. There's so much confusion that I don't know what confusion is also anymore. There's this sense of numbness. I see the eagle again. Um, and I am sort of like feeling really sleepy and tired and exhausted and hungover. I just feel dazed, so dazed. Throughout the reading, I was feeling dazed. So maybe you are trying to cope all of that exhaustion and all of those things with alcohol, or you're just trying to use substance to like take care of it. Maybe you just like work and come back home and like have a can of beer and like just like chill and pass out and like get involved in like sexual stuff to distract yourself rather than doing what is really needed right now for you to actually do, like literally like step up. Like there's a song that playing in my head right now. Boy, no matter what people do, you step up now, step up too. Ain't no one. So that's the song. Anyways, I don't know. I don't remember the exact lyrics of the song, but like it's a song called "Step Up" by the movie Step Up. It's the main soundtrack. You can listen to the lyrics. Might bring a message to you. But basically, it says, "Boy, no matter what people do, you step up." So no matter what people do, what people say, what people think, all of that is going to fall into place. But you step up for what you want to do. You literally take the charge. it's high time that you take charge, is what I'm getting from your higher self, um, with this song. Maybe your higher self likes to communicate through music. Maybe you're somebody who loves music, but all I can sense is this sense of disgust that you sort of, I'm sorry, I'm just channeling this, right? There's a sense of disgust that uh, you have towards your own sense of being right now. And maybe you don't need to have that. Maybe you need to be compassionate towards your own self, and really be kind and loving towards yourself. And like, you know how when there's a child, if my child was going through something like this, I would have literally like told my kiddo as to, hey kiddo, what's up? And they'll tell me whatever, I'm feeling this way, all these questions and all this state of being. And I would really tell my kiddo that, hey bubby, I love you, and we can figure this out together. Even if you want to like do this, that, no worries, we will figure a way out. All you need to know is that I want you to be happy. What you're doing right now is not making you happy. So, okay, let's put a stop to it, or like a comma to it, like a break to it, and let's try to find another way that it's going to make you happy. Because to be honest, if you're living your life and you're living unhappily, I don't want that for you, because I love you. So think about you. What would you do when you love somebody if they're going through what you are going through, and give yourself that same love? um, Love doesn't have to be logical and practical sometimes. Simply needs to come from a space of loving, accepting, kindness, care, compassion. And I get it, the mind will say things like, oh, but it's not practical, leaving job and leaving this, I'm so many years of age. No, at the end of the day, a state of being which is unhappy can lead you to a place where you don't even want to live your life. So, to be honest, I would never want my kid to go there. I would always want my kid to be happy and live their life to their fullest in the most happiest of ways possible. So, if you can think from that perspective for yourself, it would be really, really nice for you. I feel like it'll give you a really nice perspective. So, yep, that was your reading from me to you. In the description box below, you can find links for my social media. You can find links for my other services that I offer. How to contact me is also given in there. You can also find the link for that. If this reading really helped, you can send across something to me. Would really, really appreciate that. And yep, that was your reading. If you have any further questions, you can reach out to me through my email ID that's given in the description box below. Hope you love it, and hope you find your Ikigai, and hope you take action. I'm sending you lots of love. See ya. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose this €2 coin, this is your reading, and I'm feeling really, really thrilled and excited, which is a very different energy from the pile 1 energy. Pile 1 energy was really, really low, and this energy is making me feel a little elated. No judgment though. I think there's no space for judgment over here in this reading on my channel. And if you are feeling like, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm elated and the other pile was not, um, maybe that's just a false sense of ego entrapment that you have right now. But nonetheless, I feel like you need to be out from the space of judgment, which is what this coin also signifies, right? With like two, the duality, the front and the back. um, I feel like the good and the bad. Oh, that is nice and that isn't nice. So if I'm feeling elated, that, oh my god, that's amazing. If I'm not feeling elated, oh my god, that this is sad. I don't need to feel sad, and I need to feel elated. And when I'm feeling elated, oh my god, I cannot, like when this elated sense of being ends, it's like the death of me. Oh my god, I don't want it to be the death of me. Or why am I not feeling elated anymore? What went wrong? And then trying to understand the wrong and the right of another situation. So it's just like a vicious cycle of judgment of wrong and right. Yeah, so I feel like with this card, with this coin, I got it from France, to be honest. Paris, Paris, south of France. Um, so yeah, like this really reminds me of the Eiffel Tower, and my air conditioner is like making like a lot of noise right now. So I don't know why, but maybe something happened in your life. Something really happened in your life that was a tower like moment where things fell like really, really hard and really, really bad. Things like fell for you, your building crumpled and like crippled and crumpled down for you. Something happened in your life very recently, and with this back and forth to the table, I feel like there was a lot of back and forth with this energy, whatever energy that this was. I feel like when this tower sort of crumbled, it made like a lot of noise. Noise can also be symbolic of a lot of chaos and a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. But the thing is that now you're over it. Now you're done with it. Now thinking about it and judging it constantly is also not going to get you anywhere. So the question is, what is going to lead you to somewhere? Um, so putting a finger to it and pointing it and not being in a state of chaos or noise anymore, because that's a space that you used to be in. That's not the space that you need to be in now. Now you can be very focused and very driven and to the point kind of a space in a person. So I feel like you don't need to like keep like staying in the space of duality, and you can really like be in this space of superposition. It reminds me of this reminds me of this reminds me of quantum physics. Quantum physics says that this space of superposition that a coin goes in, where like when it comes to probability. Wait, I'm just gonna Google this to give you a better clarity and better understanding and come to the point, which is exactly the kind of energy that you need to embody. Yep, so I'm back. So, what I was saying was when it comes to this coin being in superposition, it basically is trying to say that whenever this coin is in superposition, that means whenever it is like spinning, it can be in both the states of heads and tails. But say for example, when it comes to you and your life, your career, your finances, your ikigai, the thing is that any quantum particles, it says that any particle can actually be not only in one space but multiple places at the same time. So you don't have to think from a space of duality that okay, either I'm here or there. The thing is that you can be at many places at the same point of time. Now the thing is that I'm also getting, apart from your space of being in being somebody who can be in a space of superposition, where you can be in multiple places at the same time, I feel like you are somebody who has multiple sources of income also. So I feel like that you are somebody who's constantly creating your own mirrors. I mean, everybody is doing that, but specifically for you, you are creating your reality by having people around you that mirror you, the kind of reality that you're building all the time. So, one advice for you would be to really, really notice what kind of people are you surrounding yourself with, because they are really, really mirroring you, your own sense of self and being. So you being conscious of the kind of workspace that you're in and really asking yourself that is this the kind of people that I want to be surrounded with? Not from a space of judgment of another, but from a space of, is this good for my growth? Is this who I want to be? Is it who I don't want to be? And like really, really questioning yourself as to, is this in alignment with who I really am or I want to become? And if it's not, the best idea for you to be is to question your job and your career field, wherever you're at in the present moment, to see if you want to make a change or you still want to continue being the person who is going to be in multiple places at the same time. Uh, and also, another aspect that I'm asking for you to question yourself is that sometimes be need to I do not need to be engaged in multiple sources to generate multiple incomes, in the sense that I do not have to invest myself in three jobs to get three sources of income, because that can be exhausting. So maybe you can also engage yourself in three sources which are not consuming the same amount of energy from you, but you're still generating the same source, the same amount of income. Maybe you can invest your money somewhere which is generating some amount of income. Maybe you can be a consultant on like a part-time basis which is generating you some kind of income. Maybe you don't need to have like three full-time jobs to get that same kind of income. Maybe you can have two part-times and one full-time to get that same amount of income. So maybe you can really, really question the sources where you're getting your income from versus the kind of investment you're putting versus the kind of energetic uh, consumption or usage that those jobs are requiring from you energetically, and is it worth it for you to spend so much? And this is just what I'm getting out of your object. So crazy. Major channeling. So let me take out cards for the aspect of your career. Death card. Oh, so maybe you need to go through like a phase of like a transformation when it comes to your career. Maybe you need to, I'm getting major career switches here. Again, see the same, the coin aspect, the duality, the balance between beings. I really feel like you need to switch your career, like you need to stop juggling between two worlds. When it comes to your finances, let's see, what am I getting? Maybe your finances, there's some delay in you getting the money that you really, really deserve, that is in alignment with the kind of energy that you're giving out. Yeah, see, this Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. So I feel like Knight of Pentacles is anyways like a very slow moving knight. It's in reverse, it's really telling me like the money that you want to make is like, it's just like super slow for you to like make it and get it, and like be in a space of that I have abundance uh like right in front of me in like full form. Right now it just like comes and goes, I feel like, also with a sense of delay, like it's really slow. Again, the cards are coming out super slow. With the King of Wands in reverse, I feel like you are just not sure how this is gonna like turn out for you. Like with the money aspects, like you just don't know, like you have sort of surrendered the control, which I think is a great thing. But at the same point of time, you really need to weigh out as to how you are growing with your money. Are you growing with your money? Like if there is a sense of delay, are you still growing? And if you're not growing, then why are you not growing? Why is your money not growing? really question yourself. Why is my money not growing? Why am I not flourishing? Why this money is not staying? Why is there a sense delay all the time? How can I make this better? Is my Because if you are in a space of you actually working with your ikigai being your sense of purpose, which I'm going to get your cards out for. Six of Wands, sense of victory and sense of leadership, sense of people looking up to you, following you. If you are in this space of your ikigai, your money is going to really, really flourish. But if you're not in alignment with your ikigai and your purpose, your money is just going to be in a space of entanglement with different particles. Getting a lot of quantum physics examples. Maybe you should read up about quantum physics and quantum functions um, when it comes to quantum knowledge, for you to really understand your finances. How does money work when it comes to quantum physics? How can you apply those principles to actually make your money flourish and be in alignment? I see the Fool in reverse. So you're really not in the space of taking risk, but maybe you're being advised to take risks. Oh my God, the Fool. So you're definitely being advised to take risks. Didn't even shuffle the clarifiers, just came out. Super cool. So again, now let's see. Maybe again, you're being advised to actually take risk. Take a risk to maybe switch your job. Take a risk to really understand where is it that you're headed when it comes to your ikigai. You are headed towards victory. You are headed towards being a leader. It is going to be a win-win only. There's no loss. So why are you not taking the risk? I feel like your career, finances, and instead of being like three different messages, they're like interlinked. Yeah, they're interlinked like that. And I see, when I'm drawing this, I see like a bridge. I see like a bridge. Like I'm getting San Francisco, the San Francisco bridge. I'm getting Mumbai, I'm getting San Francisco, and I'm getting like these Golden Gate. I feel like, yeah, I'm getting like bridge, building your bridge. For clarifiers, I feel like, again, like you really need to let go of something to actually fall into a space of abundance that you truly deserve, like to stop this delay. And this is how justice will be served for you. And I see a sword here, which is like, and again, the reflection of the mirroring here, which I was telling you about. So again, the space of being being in a space where you're getting the justice that you deserve and the clarity that you deserve, for you to rise above the water, to rise above the reality of reflections and mirrors trying to show you your true self. You already know your true self. You don't need mirrors to show you anymore. For you to be in that space and truly be liberated, to become a leader, to become a master, to really be in a sort of a win-win situation, and realizing that there are no failures, there are no losses, there's no lacking, there's no sense of, again, win-win is a space of, that space of no judgment. There's no failure, there's no bad, it's all good at the end of the day. So you really need to embody this space. So for you to do that, you really need to fall in alignment with your ikigai. For you to actually truly realize that I will go with my ikigai, I will go with my sense purpose, I will leave what I'm doing right now, and which is going to stop that delay from happening in my life. I am only creating this sense delay in my life to not be in a space of abundance, and this is how I'm going to gain the clarity that I need, and I'll be able to take the risk that I need to take. So I'm going to ask the angel cards for your guidance. I'm getting King of Water, getting the Empress, get one more card, getting the Nine of Fire. So Nine of Fire is reminding me with the number 9, a sense of completion, says that have courage and believe in yourself and don't give up. um, See the dragon looking at her, which is also again like very symbolic of people looking at you, you being a person in people's eye, with the sense of completion. I feel like you're meant to be that sort of a person who is known and famous for whatever is it that they do when it comes to their profession. Again, with the Empress, I feel like that it's you're very abundant, you're giving birth to your dreams, you just need to nurture yourself. So the more that you think about how am I nurturing myself, am I nurturing myself with this present job, am I nurturing myself when it comes to, is nurture being showcased with the kind of money that I'm earning? Because if the money that I'm earning is not enough, then there's not enough nurturing. Maybe am I nurturing myself and I am viewing my situation from a win-win perspective rather than a win-lose perspective. If I'm looking at win-lose, then maybe I'm not really nurturing, because I'm not truly in alignment with happiness, and rather I'm in alignment with more space of sense of judgment, with trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured. I it says that open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. So maybe there's an aspect of you wanting to do something related to like a charity work, something that really serves the well-being of the people around you, of the planet, of the country, or whatever. Maybe you are into a project where you really want to start something like a charitable organization. Maybe this charity is for yourself, like this is a charity that you're going to do to yourself, to actually step out of this place that you are at right now when it comes to your career. But it's going to happen from a space of open heart and open mindedness to those around you, and in turn your own self. That is what is going to help you take risks, um, and maybe trust another and take their heartfelt advice. Maybe take the advice that you're being offered here in the reading as well. Let's see, what are your blind spots, what is stopping you from claiming any of this. I feel like card number 40 and card number 14. I was going to read 41, but let's see what is stopping you. What are you not seeing that you really need to see to get out of this space um of of, or like a mirror realm where you are just like stuck between the same mirrors repeating themselves again and again. So you are suppressing. Suppressing is an act of trying to stop yourself from becoming aware or expressing or acting on something that is arising within you. You can suppress great many things to stop yourself from feeling emotions or stuff them down. So maybe you're actually not happy with where you're at right now when it comes to your career. You're just trying to make believe that you're happy, is what I'm getting in my head. And that's pretty much that. Like, it's pretty to the point. Like, you're not happy. You're just not happy. And the gift, you're not clearly seeing the gift of this circumstance, just the drawback. You're clearly seeing how what happened or happening is damaging you, but you can't see how it is helping or exactly what it is needed to get you to get what you always wanted. So again, with the gift, I'm seeing that maybe you suppressing right now is also a way for your self to try to show you that you are not happy, which is not a drawback, which is a good way of looking at the same suppression that we usually sort of criminalize. Suppression here is trying to come into your life to show you that you're not happy, and that is the gift of the situation. And maybe the gift of the situation is for your suppression to appear so that you can get out of this space where you're at right now when it comes to your career. You can let that space go, you can stop juggling between multiple things, you can stop feeling exhausted, you can stop feeling experiencing a delay in your finances, for things to work out for you, for justice to be served, for you to actually truly be the leader that you're always meant to be when it comes to your ikigai, and how to realize it. All of this, even though you are letting something go and moving out from a space, is a win-win ultimately. So now when it comes to you being a risk taker, let's see what your ikigai, what your purpose. Your ikigai is something that you love, something you doing something that you love, you doing something that you're good at, you doing something that you can be paid for, you doing something that the world needs, which is your passion, mission, profession, and your vocation. Let's see where the paper clips fall to guide you. So I see that maybe you really need to pay attention to what you love, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. So with the blue paper clips and the purple, it's purple or dark blue? It's dark blue. So again, with the blue, I see like the throat chakra, like you really asking yourself and speaking out authentically what is it that you love to do, what can you be paid for, in alignment with that. Again, the throat chakra, be really authentic with yourself, and there's an aspect of creativity here, maybe you're a creative professional, uh, and really asking yourself with the third eye, the perception, the foresight, as to how can I use this to serve the world. And you really need to look at the aspects of your heart center to find the passion, the fire, when it comes to what you love. And with the red, I see security, stability from a space of fear, fear driving you to find your security and stability when it comes to your profession. So if you're afraid of your profession or leaving your profession right now, maybe the same fear can drive you towards security and stability, into grounding yourself into another profession that is also going to be something that you can be paid for. So maybe the aspect of finances of you quitting the job and not earning the money, um, for that brief time period, is a fear that you have, but maybe take it as a challenge, as a gift again, rather than seeing it as a drawback, to actually really truly create what is worth creating. um, that's a thing that's written on my calendar right now. It says, and the funny thing is that my calendar right now is of the month August, which is number 8. I haven't changed my calendar. It's so funny. I thought I did. It says create what is worth creating. And I'm really going to change my calendar right now, because I really want to see what's there in the month of October. Is there any quote in the month of October? Um, no, there's no quote in the month of October. But when I removed my calendar, I saw like an owl at the back. So I have like a cute little owl. It's a clay owl, paper mache owl, I guess. Which reminds me of somebody who's wise. 360, also like a 360-degree view. Who has? I don't know if an owl has a 360-degree. I know that it has 180. But anyways, like the point is somebody who's wise, can see through things, can see around things, can really see themselves from a third person point of view also. Maybe all of that is going to be helpful for you to like make this move for yourself. But yeah, I definitely sense you making a move, because I moved from this chair to the calendar to actually like make a few changes. So maybe you need to make a move to really bring in change and welcome in change in your life. So yeah, that was your reading pile number 2. I really, really hope it was helpful. The weird thing is that at the beginning of the reading, my energy was super elated, and now it's like exhausted. So anyways, this was your reading. I'm wishing you all the very best, all the luck in the world, and I hope to see you next time. But before that, in the description box below, there's my social media link. You can follow me on my social media page. You can also find my contact information there for you to inquire about the other services that I offer. And also there's a link for me, for you to send me something if this reading really, really helped you. So yeah, you can also find that in the description box below. And I wish you all the very best and all the luck in the world. I'll see you on the other side. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose this 500 Bolivares coin, I'm gonna do. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose this 500 Bolivares, then this is your reading. This coin or currency is from Venezuela. It reads it reads 2004. I don't know why, but the number 4 is really calling out to me right now. Usually the objects also give me a sign, and with the number 4 I'm also seeing like this head which is on the other side of the coin. And with the head and number 4, I'm feeling like maybe you're like the head of the organization, or want to be like a head of an organization. You really want to like be a leader of an organization, but the guidance here is that with the number 4, that you really need to build the foundations for it first before you get there and get that job and get that role. For you to maybe build that foundation, you think that there are 500 things that you need to do to get there, and it's way too tough. But trust me, sometimes I feel like with my bangles here like appearing the way that they are, with one bangle, another and another, like I see that it's almost like one step at a time for you to like bring everything together. And I'm wearing like 6 bangles right now, and 6 is also like a number of love and balance, for you to like approach everything from a space of love towards your own self and towards all these things that you need to do with a lot of compassion. I think when you take one step at a time, you can actually bring everything together. So yeah, that's the message that I'm getting from the object for you. Now let's see, when it comes to your career and your finances and your ikigai, what are your messages? So okay, so I'm getting 9 of cups, and I'm getting um, 4 of wands, and I'm getting the tower. I feel like these 3 cards are for your career. Now I'm gonna get cards for your finances. I'm getting the emperor, which is again which I was getting before also. I just didn't pick it because I was confused. Because in the last 2 readings, the messages were very clear. Like this was the first 2 cards were career, the next 2 cards were finances, next 2 were ikigai. But here I feel like I'm getting like a mix of things. The world mix, as in it's almost like a series kind of a message. Like the second reading was also interrelated, uh, but with you it's almost like a series. It's like a domino effect. It's like the one thing that you need to do, and it's just going to lead you to the last thing. So it's just going to happen. It's just going to fall into place. There's an aspect of leadership, I feel like there's in the air, I guess, because all the 3 readings were from a space of sense of leadership only. I feel like whoever is watching my channel is coming from a space of sense leadership that they carry or they embody in their life, and they want to embody, which is amazing. With the bottom deck energy as the 5 of swords, it's like a win-win energy. So I feel like wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, you're in this space of claiming like a win-win only when it comes to your career. I feel like the queen of swords need to be like this, and I want to place it over here, between the cards of career and finances. The empress. Okay, so I want to place it over here. I don't know why, but I'm getting like a very strong feminine energy in your pile. Like maybe there's like a female in your life that you have some connection with when it comes to your career and finances. I'm not too sure, but maybe career, yes, or maybe finances in the future, or maybe if you're married, maybe finances also. um, but I'm getting like a very strong marriage, feminine energy aspect in your life, again with the empress being here, the emperor being here, the king of swords being here, and the strength card. The reading starting with like 9 of cups, which is a wish fulfillment card. I get like a, and with the bottom deck here as the 2 of cups in reverse, and again another 6 of wands with the magician. I really strongly feel like there's like feminine, very strong feminine energy. in your cards. And by feminine energy, I mean to say that maybe there's like a person in your life, uh, gender neutral, who is very a person who's very nurturing, a person who's very kind, a person that you really want to have some sort of companionship or partnership with. Uh, and that partnership or companionship is going to bring you a lot of growth when it comes to the aspects of your career and finances and your sense purpose. I really, really feel like it's just going to like make things boom again. See, there's an aspect of I feel like growth here. So again, like with the Seven of Pentacles, which I don't feel like taking, to be honest, but it's a good example of the roots becoming being strong. And with the Bolivares, as I said, with the head of foundation, so like the foundations being strong, that when the tree grows up and gives you like fruits and stuff, and if there's like storm comes with the Tower card here, if the storm comes, the tree does not fall. So I feel like foundations need to be really, really strong here. So maybe the foundations of the relationship that you have with this person, the foundations with whatever is it that you are doing right now when it comes to your space of professional field, of the kind of skill that you have. um, I definitely sense like a victory here. So it's like a double victory. This is the third time that I've spotted this card. So it definitely feels like a win-win. Like whoever this person is, whatever is it that you really want to do, if you have clarity, don't have clarity, there's something that you're questioning whether you should take a step towards. My answer is like a big yes, take a step towards it, because the victory card has come out like three times. So definitely something, somebody, or something that you really need to take your steps towards. It's like a big yes. um yeah, see, ten of Pentacles, big yes. I'm going to put this over here because again, I feel like a very strong energy when it comes to your career, that your career is very much in link with the person that you're supposed to get married to. 100%. Like you, I'm getting like so much clarity about it right now. Again, Ace of Pentacles as the clarifier, that definitely a new opportunity when it comes to your life, materialistic life. And trust me, this is not only about love. So like, don't be confused, because it's not about love, it's about purpose. It's about it's about it's not about love only, is what I'm saying. Of course, love is an aspect of your marriage and your companionship and your partnership, but a love that has a bigger purpose. Like your relationships, whoever you sort of settle down with, also are very karmic all the time. And with karmic, your dharm, basically your dharm, and your uh, all the four aspects of dharm, earth, kama, and moksha, all four aspects of Sanatan Dharma, I feel like all the four goals of life, which are again foundational goals of life, I feel like your all those four goals of life are in link with this person very, very strongly. So there is no way that I can tell you that you need to be confused about it. There's no confusion. It's all very, very clear. It's absolutely clear with the tree of life here as a sacred geometry symbol, on the Ten of Pentacles with like a happy marriage, uh, best of materialistic abundance, with the Ace of Pentacles being here in reverse. That is actually telling you that this needs to be straight up. It's an opportunity, it's a new opportunity. There's no way that you need to be conflicted about it. You're just being blinded with your confusion right now, and you don't need to be blind anymore. You can take off your blindfolds and really, like with the Two of Swords, I see also like a symbol here, which is like a symbol of justice, that reminds me of. So maybe something that will lead you to a space where you will be like, oh my god, finally I'm claiming getting the justice that I deserve in life, which is of gaining the happiness that I truly need to gain in life. So maybe this person, whoever this person is, you are really, again, Four of Wands and with the Three of Cups, I feel like there's a lot of celebration that's in the air, there's a lot of happiness that's in the air. It's just that you need to stop staying so confused about it and realize that this is the person that you really need to be with, to to really have the best of your career, finances, and ikigai. So again, let me get back to your reading when it comes to addressing your career aspects and your financial aspects and your sense of purpose aspects. So this, anyways, definitely related to with this person, but what else can we get from the cards for you to be led towards kicking this first domino so that everything starts falling in place for you? See page of earth, see six of air, page of earth, six of air. fell fell right at the table. uh it's okay, I'm gonna pick it up later. It's eight of air. I'm gonna pick it up now. Okay, so eight of air. Okay, the bottom deck energy I feel like is the page of air. Eight of air, page of air, six of air. A lot of mental stuff going on here. Mental stuff. See, pagalpan. Pagal in Hindi is, no, it's like madness. Madness. Pagal is madness. So I see a lot of madness that is going on in your head right now. Again with the swords here. Again the mind. But with the Emperor and the Tower at the center of your reading, and with the Strength card, I feel like with the major arcanas here, I definitely feel like this is like a very, very important reading for you, or a very important um, point of setting your foundations. And again, marriage is all about foundations, right? Marriage is about creating a foundations with somebody. It's a very marriage heavy card, even though it's about career and finances. But let me tell you one thing, like I feel like there's one thing that a friend once told me. It's called risk, rizk, risk, or I think rizq. But the thing is, when you get married to a person in your life, or your partner or companion, when it comes to a relationship which is of the binaries, when it comes to like a masculine or a feminine energy, I feel like the feminine energy always like adds to the masculine energy, like with a lot of flourishing energies, like in, like they say that the females are like the Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi of the house, goddess Saraswati of the house. So like the very divine feminine energy, like a female really brings into like a masculine's life, which can be like a make or break. So I really feel like whoever this person is really going to double and triple and quadruple your finances, and is really going to bring you a lot of growth in your career. At the same point of time, for gender neutral relationships, it's the same concept, that you should know that whenever you're choosing any partner for yourself for a long term relationship, it's the same thing, that whoever out of the two is uh, from coming from a space of being a more uh, a person who's more bent towards um, a lot of sense of fortune or luck, or coming from a space of being a more um, feminine heavy energy, which is again gender neutral energy, but just like a more yin kind of an energy than a yang energy. I feel like is going to be the person who really adds to the other person's energy. um, I'm not saying the masculine or the yang energy does not provide to the other energy. It does, because at the end of the day, it's all energies, right? The other energy is also going to provide something. So maybe you are a person which I'm guessing is a more yang energy, is going to provide the other energy with sort of something like provisions, providing support, protection. Um, those sort of an energy, will also be like a witness to their energies of how much are they capable of doing. So you are also like a very witness energy sort of a person, I feel like. So I really feel like it's like a very marriage heavy reading, I feel like. Oh my god. Didn't want it to be, but it just turned out to be. So okay, let me try to focus again on your career. So when it comes to your career, the first thing that needs to domino here is the Nine of Cups, which is you realizing what truly makes you happy. What is your wish fulfillment here? When it comes to you claiming the life that you really, really want or deserve, when it comes to the Ten of Pentacles of the materialistic life, you need to identify what is the closest emotion that I feel being in a space of career or doing a particular job that I would really love to do. With that aspect of love, the wish fulfillment comes in when it comes to the emotions. And when it comes to the emotions in the physical reality, it always just starts manifesting automatically. So you aligning your career from a space of love and wish fulfillment is really, really, and happiness, whatever gives you happiness is truly going to get you the materialistic rewards. But if it's not so, then things are going to be haywire. um, Again, I feel like once you realize that what is it that you really, really truly want and deserve and desire when it comes to this wish fulfillment of what you love, and you make a decision to actually move towards it, towards harmonizing it, maybe saying yes to a marriage, or maybe deciding to get married to this particular person in your life, to this particular partner in your life. um, I feel like it's all going to like fall into place for you, in the sense that which is the next domino. And then again, because the clarity card was here with the King of Swords, again it was the energy of gaining clarity, making a decision. I see an owl here, and I see also like a bat here, and it's like a crow here. So maybe animals are really going to bring in messages. And with the owl here specifically, I see you finally deciding something with like a lot of clarity and with a lot of wisdom, that this is the best thing that I think that I can do for myself. um, with the page of here and the lovers again at the bottom deck, again I see that it's about intimate relationship, and it's about good health. So anything that gives you happiness is going to be very pro well-being and pro health for you. So even if you think logically, you should be honest with yourself. Instead of being impulsive, you should be really, really challenging yourself to find the best of answers for yourself. And it says that the truth is delivered without tact, so you don't have to be tactful here. You have to be more honest than logical and tactful. um, and this is a change of plans. So this is something that was delayed for the longest point of time, but now there's a change of plans, and it's a sudden change of plans, and it's all very sudden energy and impulsive energy that I'm getting. So again, it's going to be fast, whatever decision that you're going to make, but it is going to be in the best of possible ways to actually step out of this confusing energy of the lovers of decision making, to actually just finally gain the clarity and move towards the harmony and the marriage that you truly desire and wish and deserve. Now, again, with the table shaking a little bit here, again, the next domino is the Tower card. So I feel like when it comes to your career and finances, you are going to take a hit. uh, by hit, I don't mean that you're going to financially struggle. I don't mean to say that you're going to struggle career wise. I think all of that is going to be fine. You're still going to be happy with whatever you're doing. There will be sense contentment. With the Tower card, I just feel like something is being rebuilt here. And I feel like there is some sense of conflict in your external environment regarding you taking this decision. But don't worry, this is just an opportunity for you to take a stand for your own happiness and your own wishes and what you truly desire, so that you can become this emperor, to have this empress by your side, for you to be a pair or a couple who is in alignment with each other. So you truly need to embody this energy of this person with the Ankh, this wise emperor who truly takes a stand for what they truly wish for and desire and love. This is an opportunity. The conflict is an opportunity for you to embody that, because if there's no conflict, then you will never become this. There has to be a conflict for you to become this that is in alignment with that which is what you truly desire and deserve when it comes to your career and finances. So yeah, then I feel like once you are embodied being this emperor and are with this empress, um, you will claim the world. You will have everything in the palm of your hand. All you need to do is have the strength to actually come out victorious, because you truly are going to come out victorious. There is no beating it. So if you have any fears related to this situation into making this happen, just don't have them. There's no space to fears. And if there is fear, the fear is only there for you to push you into this emperor energy, for you to take a stand, for you to be driven to like make all of this happen. With the page of earth, I feel like scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. So good news about financial matters, wanting to do something most challenging, a new area of study. So I also feel like maybe you are going to get into a new space of study, maybe a new career, a new life, new area of study, maybe the same career but a new area of study. Maybe you're going to pick up like a course or something to discover, and it's going to be like a good news about financial matters, because I feel like if you're getting in a relationship with somebody and if they are also financially in a space of a person who is earning well, maybe both of you are going to be earning, so it's going to be double salary. So it's going to be financial matters, there'll be good news about financial matters because you both will be earning. With the six of air, it says things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation and taking a trip. Maybe for you to uh, be get hold of this career and get a hold of this marriage, you need to take a trip to see this person. Maybe you'll have to go and see how this what this person is really like. So maybe you are taking a trip to see this person and make things concrete. um, but things are looking up, and this is going to really end a difficult situation that has been there in your life for the longest of time. So it's going to be financially rewarding, also career wise rewarding, also materialistically rewarding in terms of you getting the relationship that you truly desire, the relationship of your dreams. I really feel like the Ten of Pentacles is like really being highlighted here. You're getting everything. You're not only getting your career, your finances, your Ikigai, which is your purpose. You're getting everything here with this one single thing in your life, which is this marriage. Um, so if there's an illusion of being trapped here, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So I really feel like this self-confidence, this lack of self-confidence and this fear of taking action is just an illusion that you're trapped in. You are trapping yourself in to keep yourself in this state of where you are not abundant for no reason. Trust me, for no reason. To keep yourself in this state of confusion constantly, because this has become like your daily. But this doesn't have to be your daily. This confusion is not supposed to be your daily. You deserve this Ten of Pentacles. So realize how this has become your daily. This has become your habit. This has become your mundane. Which doesn't have to be. So stop trapping yourself into this illusion and get out of it. What is keeping you trapped here? Let's ask that with the two blind spots that we see here. With card number 78, what is the first thing that is keeping you trapped in this illusion? It's self preservation disguised as self sabotage. So you are in a situation is actively engaged in self sabotage, but you and potentially they are unaware that the part of you or them that is doing the sabotage is convinced that it is preserving you or them. So you think when it comes to this situation of this person that you're going to marry, or you want to marry, or you're thinking about as a potential person for marriage, you are not taking action here from a space of self sabotage, not from a space of self preservation. You think that you are preserving your energies, and by preserving your energies and not taking action, you are preserving their energies and protecting them in some way. But that's not true. You are not doing that. You're actually doing this out of a space of self sabotage, because you lack confidence, because you think that this is not the best thing to do, because you are truly addicted to stay in a space where you think you are less than, but you're not. You've become so used to the space of less than, of being this person who is whatever in the space of state of being, sense of emotional fulfillment that you're at, that this has just become your mundane. So does not need to be your mundane. You don't have to preserve like that. Self preservation is not like this. Self preservation is very peaceful and very content. What you are doing is self sabotage. So don't do that. That is what is stopping you and keeping you stay. It's just a disguise, it's an illusion. You're not preserving anything, protecting anybody. You are just sabotaging your own happiness. At the end of the day, you are only sabotaging your own happiness. Can you imagine that? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that to yourself? You deserve to be happy, so happy from the bottom of my heart. Every human being on the planet deserves to be happy. Why would you sabotage? Just because you lack confidence? Just because you're afraid? Don't need to be. Don't be. Try. Take the first step. Try towards your own happiness. World is gonna give you 10 things if you take the first step. Telling you, world is going to give you everything, not only your career, not only your finances, not only your ikigai, not only your purpose. It's going to give you so much more than what you thought that you could have gotten. You are actually going to have everything, and it's literally like making me cry, because I feel like everybody deserves so much love. So much love. There's so much love the world and the universe has to give. We only stop ourselves from living it. We don't need to. It's not what we deserve. We're not here for this. Um, let's see what the next thing that's stopping you. It just makes me sad. Sorry, I'm just gotten sad. Sad in the nice way only. Like, I just want more for you, basically. Transcendental escapism. What is preventing your progression is that you are using things of a spiritual nature or your higher intellect in order to escape and avoid the temporal. You have lost sight of the bigger picture, which includes both physical and non-physical. You are spirit, but you are also body. You cannot die, but you will also most certainly die. To reject the physical and things related to the physical, you reject and deny and disown part of yourself. In this situation, you are using the spiritual to negate the physical, and you are suffering and will suffer because of it. So somewhere there is some aspect of the spiritual that, I don't know what it is for you, but for example, you are using something like a spiritual learning or a teaching as to what is supposed to happen is going to happen. God is the one who's going to drive everything. I feel like when you keep using such statements of the higher space, you take away the you take away that opportunity for you to actually take action towards something through your own will. uh, it's true that what determinism say that there is no free will, but there's a reason why people are made believe that there is free will, so that they take action. Otherwise nobody will take any action, and this just reality is just going to be like redundant. So the the message for you here is to not put yourself into a space, use that spiritual teaching for your take advantage of it in a way which is not benefiting you. It is again a way to self sabotage only. You're using like a spiritual teaching to stop yourself from taking action by keeping yourself deluded to actually stay in this space which is become comfortable for you, but it's actually not benefiting you in any way. This space of confusion, you've just become addicted to it. You know, people do get addicted to pain also. Like the moment that they step out of a space of pain into happiness, they will try to. I had to start the recording because the phone storage, it just got full, so I had to restart everything. um, just like a roadblock I feel like I had in the reading, and maybe you are also experiencing a roadblock in your life right now, and you have to like sort of restart and start redoing things from like a fresh perspective or like a fresh space. And some things maybe you need to repeat also, but in a better way this time. So maybe this is what that is, with more clarity, because I had to literally like delete a few things from my phone to get all of that in space and in order. And maybe you have to delete a lot few things from your life to actually start things from a fresh space and fresh page. Again, as I was saying, that with the addictive pattern of being stuck or staying in the same space, which brings you the same result, I feel like that aspect can be an aspect of your addictive personality also. Maybe you are a person who has an addictive personality. So suggestion is here to not stay into this space of being addicted to this confusion and to this pain or to this space which is not feeling the best for you, and to get out of it and step out of it, gain the clarity, kickstart with asking yourself what is going to bring me the utmost happiness, what is my wish fulfillment. And trust me, this is so much more bigger than just your career, finances, and purpose. Like, this is your purpose and everything else also with this person, this marriage, or whatever is it that you're going through. um, Now when it comes to your ikigai, let's see what your purpose is. Your ikigai is something that you love, something that you're good at, something that you can be paid for, and something the world needs. So let's see what is your ikigai, or what aspect of your ikigai is it that you really need to address right now to really like make everything fall into place for you. So I see that your ikigai here is your vocation, something that you're not currently professionally doing, but it is something that you desire to do. It is something that can help you feel that passion within, that fire within. And I feel like with the white being here, it's a very divinely guided sort of a passion. It's something which is very good, related to goodness and well-being. It is something that can become your profession if you choose to create it in a way where it becomes something that is worth living, not only for you but for others. It can become a full-time profession for you from a vocation. What is making you not choose it from a space of vocation to a profession is your fear and insecurity. So really address that by really asking yourself, is it something that if I do, considering that this is something that I love, I will be able to execute it or not. And I feel like when it comes to the profession, also with the aspect of marriage also being in the cards, I feel like with the sense of two, the sense of beingness of two here, I feel like maybe two people will lead this also. Like maybe you and your partner both will take it up professionally and then start doing it full time. And that's how the benefits that you reap are also going to be two times. So it's going to be double. So maybe you both will do this together. And I sense like a very divine energy and like a creative energy. Like one energy is like brings the divine concepts into light, and one energy like manifests them into like a creation aspect. Like I feel like the sense of Shiv and Shakti being here also. So I really feel like this is something you both will be good at, something you both will love, be very passionate about. And that's how your fear will also go away from making this your profession from a space of vocation. So I really wish you all the best for whatever this ikigai is. Remember that it is so much larger than just your career, finances, and your purpose. This is your purpose and everything within it, like your family life with the Ten of Pentacles. Like it's everything, it's truly everything. So really like move out of this space of nothingness to make it something. Take action towards it. Ask yourself what makes you really happy, and I'm telling you, it's all a win-win. The victory card came out like thrice. It is a win-win. There is no losing here. There is going to be like a maybe a blip of a conflict, but that is all leading you to step into your power of being this emperor. And this is a new opportunity, so just like take it, go for it. There's a lot of celebration that's in the cards for you, a lot of harmony. It's all good things, trust me. It's just that fear that you need to like sort of just like take a jump over. So yeah, wishing you lots of luck, lots of love, lots of light. L three times. And heart from me to you. And in the description box below, there are links for you to contact me, for my social media, for you to find other services that I offer, for you to book like a one-on-one session with me. There's also a link if that this reading helped you. You can give me back something if you feel like it. And yes, I will see you for the next reading the next time. I hope this helped you. Bye.